This and yours.
Because this is the council, this is the meeting fans. And then there is a little, as soon as you come off this program, but it's nothing like that. It's in there. And that's the highway right there. So you get the light trail. You know,
They have high security around it.
yeah, it's all fenced off all the way around it. Yeah, 300,000. Okay, 18.
I'd like to welcome everybody to our Monday, July 13th, 2026 Cascade City Council meeting. We'll have a call to order with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Raker,
Here.
Weber,
Here.
Hush,
Here.
Gale,
Here.
Delaney.
Here.
I need a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Motion by Hush,
Second.
second by Weber. All in favor?
Aye.
At this time, we'll have public comment, a limit of 3 minutes per person on agenda items and local government issues.
Good evening, Mayor Napper, city council members, and the city administrator. My name is Alice Rogers. I am a resident of Cascade, living in the Oak Hill subdivision, and I currently help admin the online group Cascade Concerned Citizens. We are currently 200+ members, and our group has both pro AI data center, if done correctly and conscientiously with regard to our residents, and residents of the not in my backyard mindset. As you can see, we are neither pro or against. We simply want you, our city council, the people we chose to sit in those seats, to take 12 months you voted to enact with a moratorium on this potential build and do due diligence. It's been 3 weeks since that vote. What have you done? Now, I know as we've been informed, you will not answer our questions during this 3-minute open comments. If you won't answer our questions tonight, when? When will we have open forum Q&A meetings with the residents of Cascade and you, our chosen members of government? Piasta is having them, Dubuque is having them, Cedar Rapids is having them. When will Cascade get the chance to voice their concerns, their comments, and ask questions? We are not asking for black and white answers. We're asking for open dialogue. Again, we chose to put you in these seats. If you don't have answers, at least have open communication and transparency. Ken McDermott has been at every meeting asking for time. The time is now, not in a couple weeks, not in a couple months. Ken has also asked that there not be rumors circulated. As anyone who has ever lived in Cascade or any small town knows, this is what happens. You and the CEDC were aware of deals with companies in back rooms, behind closed doors, with an absolute lack of transparency, and then expect there to be no rumors spread. This potential AI data build will change the way Cascade looks, the way Cascade operates on a daily basis, the quality of life for our community, the cost of living in Cascade, and every other niche, including the opportunity for future business growth. Please do not sit back waiting for Adam Haynes and Simple Mining to come to the table with a building plan, or for the CEDC to finally have an open forum community meeting. It will be too late then, and the damage will be done. Our group has an online petition circulating for approximately 2 months. People from Cascade, the surrounding communities, people who grew up here, have all signed and can still consider Cascade home. The online petition speaks to concerns with water usage, noise pollution, adverse health effects these centers have on people that reside within a half-mile radius. We are just shy of 500 signatures as of this evening. In the last 3 weeks, we started a second petition of local residents only. Voted you into those seats in which you sit tonight. Cascade has approximately 1,650 registered voters. We've gotten over 600 signatures as of last night. That is slightly over 1 in 3 voters. And we're not done. Katie Napper will be speaking about the concerns residents have raised while speaking to us, the questions they have, among other things, so I won't go into those details. However, one interesting issue kept popping up with various members, and that is City Council member Mark Weber. Mr. Weber, you informed my husband after the last City Council meeting that our little group of 200 people did not represent a significant segment of our community. You do realize those 200 people also have a spouse that may or may not be a member, college-age children that come home during breaks, and senior parents or family members that may not use social media. The other thing those 200 members have, Mr. Weber, is the gift of gab. They talk to their friends over coffee. They talk to their pickleball team. They talk to other parents while sitting at their kids' sporting events. Do not discredit the silent majority. Mr. Weber also informed a member that he voted against the 12-month moratorium because he believed it wasn't long enough and that 18 months would have been a better time frame. So I'm going to ask Mr. Weber to put forth a motion tonight to add an the already standing 12-month moratorium for a total moratorium of 18 months. Thank you for your time, your service, and consideration.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Katie Napper, and I'm speaking today as a resident of Cascade, member of the Oak Hill subdivision, and a member of the Cascade Area Concerned Citizens Group. I'm also speaking as someone who spent many hours volunteering alongside other residents to better understand AI data centers and their potential impacts that one could have on our community. As Alice said, our group had both an online and paper petition. The online petition was open to Cascade residents and those living in the surrounding area, while the paper petition was collected door to door from residents living within the Cascade city limits. Our 3-page petition outlines our concerns about the proposed AI data center and asks the city of Cascade to protect our hometown by prioritizing the long-term well-being of residents while carefully evaluating any proposed development. Specifically, this is what the petition asked for. To maintain the full 12-month moratorium to allow adequate time for careful review, develop ordinances and standards specific to data center development, consider stricter local ordinances regarding the placement of data centers near residential neighborhoods, schools, and environmentally sensitive areas, require an independent impact assessment addressing electrical infrastructure, water resources, air quality, traffic, and other potential community impacts before additional permits are considered. Establish a clear review timeline with goals and opportunities for public input. Continue making decisions transparently and with meaningful community involvement. Our committee has spent countless hours researching, talking with residents, and walking door to door to gather signatures from people who simply want our town to proceed carefully. Every signature represents someone who cared enough to participate in our local government. We received 400 to 500 online signatures, including 115 Cascade residents who had not already signed our paper petition. When we combine the 115 Cascade residents from the online with the 521 paper signatures, that gives us currently a total of 636 residents who supported the petition. More than 90% of those who signed expressed they do not want a data center in Cascade, citing concerns of potential health issues, noise and air pollution, increased utility costs, water quality issues, and decreased property values being the top concerns. Others told us that they simply wanted more information, greater transparency, and an opportunity to have their voices heard. A small, very small number of residents chose not to sign, explaining that they trusted the city to make the right decision. Educating ourselves, asking questions, and petitioning our elected officials are fundamental rights and responsibilities in a healthy democracy. Whether someone agrees with our position or not, every resident deserves to have their voice heard and treated with respect. The issue before us is too important to rush. AI data centers can have long-term impacts on land use, water resources, energy demand, infrastructure, noise, and the character of a community. These are local issues that deserve careful planning, appropriate zoning, and thorough study before decisions are made that could affect Cascade for decades. The 12-month moratorium is an opportunity to gather facts, develop appropriate standards, and ensure that any future development is considered responsibly. I appreciate the city council members who are recognizing the value of taking the time to get this right. My request tonight is simple: continue listening to your constituents, respect the time and effort residents have invested in this process. Please hold any proposed development to high standards, require independent studies where appropriate, and make decisions based on the long-term best interests of our community, not simply what is easiest today. We all want Cascade to succeed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Well, I understand, I can't touch on a lot of other things, but I just want to say thanks to everybody for serving. Cascade has been a beautiful town for decades and decades, and we're facing a large issue. We got to solve this together. How long have you been on the council and the mayor?
Quite a while.
Okay, 16 years? Okay. Have you ever seen a petition like this before?
No.
I think you'd have to go further back. So the people are concerned, and they should be. And the lack of transparency or the lack of information, because they don't have the information, that's a long story that needs to be stopped. Either put it up, get it up, or just go away. You know, I don't know what the circumstances on information, I don't understand it, but the point being is people are not interested in saying, someday, we're gonna tell you something. That's what we've heard. The last thing I want to know or bring up too is the ordinance, and I mentioned it, City of Cascade should form a group of zoning, councilmen, economic development groups, 2 or 3 civilians, and come up with an ordinance for Cascade today, starting today. Talk to Piasta, talk to Dubuque County. There's no sense in 3 people inventing the same wheel. We need to work with them. What are they saying? What are they doing? What do they think? Everybody's a little different, but we aren't, really. The number one thing is, when that building is there, I'm not interested in DBs, I'm not interested in distance, but nobody should have to listen to that sucker 24/7. I don't care what the rules are in the industrial park. I don't care about the DBs. If there's a hum, there's a burp, there's a squeal, 24/7, unacceptable. And anybody else that would want to go move up there, I solicited people. I talked to a guy who had a house for sale. Somebody come up and said, well, I've heard about that data center, I don't want your house anymore. And you could easily lop off $50,000 off a $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 house because nobody wants to be next to his data center. We don't know anything about that data center. And like I said, I'm not interested in DB levels. I'm not interested in how far it is from a residential or the edge of that. There's never, should ever be a hum or any noise 24/7. Never been in an industrial park, never should be. So form the committee, draw up an ordinance, fill it with various people of all sides. I have no problem with that, but get it done. And then talk to Piasta and Dubuque. What are they doing? What are they not doing? What are we doing? Thank you. But we need answers to dozens of questions. And someday, we as a group, you guys as the org, we should have 50 questions. How about this? How about, and they should all be answered before anything moves ahead. How big? Where's it going to be at? Where's the building going to be at? Well, wait. is that building 2 or 3 or 4? I forget. Which has to be a consideration when you bought 15 acres. Thank you.
Thanks, Pat. Anybody else?
Hi, my name's Ken McDermott, President of Cascade Economic Development Corporation, and I certainly respect everyone's concern on the data center, and that is the reason that when we sold the land to Simple Mining, that we put the development agreement together, that we did to put those kind of safeguards in place. We're not opposed to having a public meeting to address the residents' concerns, but when you ask these questions and we don't have answers to them because we don't know what the project is going to be, then what are we accomplishing by having those meetings? You know, we've said that as soon as we know what the project's going to entail, we will have meetings with public input. You know, I don't know if you guys know some information about the project that we don't know. Could you please let us know what that is? If you're just speculating that this might happen or that might happen, well, we're not doing anybody any good. We need to wait and find out what they're going to do. The Economic Development Group certainly doesn't support someone coming in that's going to put a building there that's going to have a loud hum 24/7. We don't want somebody coming in that's going to use hundreds of thousands of gallons of water. That's why we have the closed loop system stipulation in there. We want to bring something to town that's going to be good for the town, generate revenue, and provide funding for the city to accomplish a lot of the goals that they have. And this project is set to do that if it meets the criteria that the council is going to lay out. But at least give it time to find out what the project is going to be. Just because they come to us with a project doesn't mean that it's going to be approved right off the bat. I mean, the council put in a moratorium. They have the final say in whether this happens or not. So I think and I know people are frustrated because we're saying be patient, just wait. Well, it's not like if we're patient and wait till we know what the project is going to be, that boom, something's going to happen before anybody has a chance to say anything about it. That's not the case. That's what the moratorium is for. So I guess I've lived in Cascade all my life. I have a brother that lives in Oak Hill. I have a daughter that lives in Oak Hill. We're certainly not going to do anything that affects the quality of life of the residents in Oak Hill. I just would appreciate if you just take some time. You know, I know the petition, there's a lot of people that have signed the petition. My understanding is the petition says, do you want to learn more about this facility? Doesn't necessarily say that people are for it or against it. Well, yeah, there's nothing wrong with people signing a petition that they want to know more about the project, and people should. That's just common sense. But when you present it like there's 600 people signing this petition, make sure that people understand that's not 600 people that are against it. The majority of those just want to know more about the project. So that's all I have for tonight. Thanks.
Thank you.
Ken?
And maybe I misunderstood.
Come to the podium.
Come to the
I
podium.
want to direct this to
Well,
him.
then
You
you
can
can through the meeting.
do it.
My name is Debbie Stevens. I live in Cascade. I've lived here for 10 years. I'm not from here, but it is my community. I wear hearing aids, so maybe I did not understand what you were trying to say. But you were standing up here in the beginning when you were talking, you said something about the EDC, the Economic Development Corporation of Cascade, excuse me, would not sell the property or want to put anything in unless safety measures were already in place. Did I misunderstand that? Anybody? Am I dreaming that that's what got said?
No, that's not what I said. I said.
Well, what did you
I
say?
said the Cascade Economic Development Corporation wouldn't support anything that's gonna negatively affect the quality of life in Cascade.
You said safety, like you already had things in play, and I wondered at the time, well, if that's the case,
We do.
why aren't you letting the citizens know what you have in place? And that's all I have to say.
It's
Thank you.
a public record, it's a recorded document, anyone could go look at it if they want to.
I received or saw a document, and so much of it was redacted, I couldn't make heads or tails of it.
It had nothing, what was redacted had nothing to do with what Simple Mining is going to do at that site.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Sorry for my outburst.
Hey, I just wanted to, Kenny, I know you said that we have 630 some petition, or signatures. I'm just talking about from feedback that we have gotten, over 90% of that 600 people do not want the data center. The other, less than 10% have questions. So I just wanted to clarify that.
Thank you. If nobody else, we'll go to consent agenda. City Council minutes 6/22/26, Park Board minutes 7/6/26, Cascade Public Library minutes 7/7/26, Personnel Committee minutes 6/22/26, City CEDC meeting minutes 6/23/26, July 13, 2026 claims. Is there any questions about the consent agenda?
Yeah, I have need some clarification on the library minutes. Item 9, regard to updates. It says Kane will email Deanna again about having the engineer come look at the book drop. The problem with the book drop is access, is that correct?
Right, the basically the turn around the book drop.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, basically, is that FEH or the?
Yes, that's who we need to be,
I mean, is
FEH,
that-
and then the actual engineer, who is Beazing.
Okay, at this point, is that a cost to the city every time we
We
contact them?
we haven't currently reviewed anything. I know we have, like, several times in the past reviewed it. We're just not sure what we can do without
Well,
having a
I mean,
huge cost to the city.
In the real world, about the only thing you can do is extend that drive up to that, probably by 20
Which
or
we
30 feet.
did, remember, in the beginning, before
Yeah,
it was even
yeah.
poured. Yeah.
So I just want to make sure that's realized to be a mistake for the original engineering rather than the city
Right.
continually paying engineering fees on that.
I've addressed this to the library board too. Unusable, I'm sorry, looks good, and I know somebody's gonna pull up there. I've tried it, I've tried it, and you end up 4 to 6 inches short, one way or the other. Or let's bump the post up there and then back up, you know. But anyway, I think for this, if you went out to, I forget what the name of it is, the fabricators out there out by.
Kelchin?
No,
Global.
Global.
Oh, Global, yeah.
You bring 2 of those guys up there and say, you'd like to have this sucker out a little bit more.
Well, we tried
Stainless
that.
steel, cut it off and put it on.
We tried a
No
fabrication,
engineering.
we tried a fabrication of extending it out.
Yeah.
And it didn't really matter. We did that like right away when this was brought up. We did a fabrication, we
Okay.
kind of extended it, and it still didn't matter.
Why?
Because it just didn't work.
Well, I'm here 6 inches short from the mouth in my truck. If that mouth is 6 inches this way, it works.
Well, we tried, and it didn't.
Well,
so.
I'm sorry, I just don't understand. Heaven forbid if we go in an inch to extend that mouth of that thing out there. I'm sorry, it just doesn't make any sense. 6 inches away, extended 6 inches, it's fixed. Because I can get within 6 inches every time I pull up. Then I open my door, lean out, and drop the book in. Thank you.
Thanks, Pat. Any other questions on the consent agenda? If none, I need a motion.
Make a motion.
Motion by Delaney,
Second.
second by Raker. Roll call.
Weber,
Aye.
Hush,
Aye.
Gale,
Aye.
Delaney,
Aye.
Raker.
Aye.
Number 7, agenda request, Marty Gadent. Marty?
I'm sure most of you know me, Marty Gadent. The reason I'm here is because your city administrator hired Rob Monternock to come down, and I'm not really sure what it said because I never did get a letter about it. Removed a tree, damaged my property, went in my fence area. Fred, can they actually go in, open a gate and go in a property?
I'm not even gonna discuss that with you, I'm not at a podium, just address these guys.
Well, I'm just asking. Okay, I ain't gonna get no help from him, but I think I know the answer. And, out there for at least 5 years, I don't know what that was about. Took bushes out on the east end of my house, I don't know why. Cut some small walnut trees down. When they did that, they cut the cable wire going into my house. They said damage the property. I had Mark come down and look at it, so he's seen it. They said I didn't get proper notification. I got no notification. To this day, I still don't know what the letter said. So, if you got any questions for me?
Was there notification or?
Yep, you guys received it in your packet, a copy of the certified letter.
The mayor,
It was tried 3 times to get to Marty. He
I
did
got
not pick
I
it
got
up.
14 days within receipt of a certified letter before the city can take action. I did not receive a certified letter. Bottom
Actually, it was
line.
way over a month from the date of the certified letter until we did anything.
But I
how
never
does the
got it.
certified letter work?
To this day, I haven't
Send
gotten
it to the post office and then, or
We
who
take it to the
delivers
post office, we fill out the certified letter information so that we want to return receipt. They put a notice in the person's box that they have a certified letter they need to pick up. And the stuff that I included showed you the 3 dates that the post office tried to get it to him, and he never signed for it.
Did anybody, well, Fred ain't gonna answer no questions, but he's got my number. I know the mayor's got my number. Other people have my number. So
they
nobody tried
do
to get hold of me.
Notify
Yep.
several times?
Yeah, I mean, it's right in your
Yeah.
packet. Those 3 dates are the dates
Yep.
that the post office tried to get the certified letter to him. And then after that many days, when we get it back saying that, it was never picked up.
But you have 14 days within receipt of the certified letter to take action. I have 14 days to remedy it, which I never got a letter, so. And when I said this, when I come up and discuss this with the city administrator and said this could cost the city money, her response was, we have attorneys to take care of that. So obviously, she don't care about Cascade taxpayer money.
What we like to do is have the whole city of Cascade look nice, and we had issues with your property.
Fred has called me before, years ago. You have my number, Fred? See? Did you tell Fred or ask Fred to try to contact me?
I
Did you ask?
sent
did
the
you-
letter, so.
Did you, that's not answering my question. Did you ask Fred to try to contact me?
I did not. I
Okay.
think when all this was going on, I think Fred was on vacation, actually, so.
So you're just dictatorship where you can just do whatever you want, and send people down to destroy my property and,
I don't know nothing about the destroying of the property. I know some of the stuff in your agenda request was not accurate, because I actually contacted the person that did your yard, and he said none of that actually happened.
Rob Monternock, I
Yep.
talked to him too.
Yep.
Well, I sure didn't do it myself. I didn't cut my cable wire myself going into my house.
Well, I will find out about that.
And the ruts in my yard, I don't think I did that. You can see right where they were, where they pulled in to take the tree out, where they did this, it was all right there. So I don't know how I'm responsible for this financially. The city should be. I was not, like I said, I wasn't contacted.
So There was never anything in your mailbox?
No, never got nothing.
Nothing?
No. I'm not living there right now.
Was that your address, 613, is that where
612.
you get the mail there, or you
Yes.
get it out at the
No,
farm?
we get it in town. But you can ask the postmaster, I'm up there complaining, I get the neighbor's mail, they get my mail, happens all the time.
We're supposed to have a P.O. box, so probably don't, we're supposed to have a P.O. box down there anyway, get delivered, so. Or you get mailed out down the house?
Yes,
Down the house down there?
in town,
You got a mailbox down there?
yes.
Not down here?
Out of farm.
No, but you don't, you pick your mail
No, I
here?
don't go to the post office to get
You
it.
just get it
I have
down
a
there?
mailbox outside the house, yes, sir.
So how's that work?
So when they delivered his mail to 612 Buchanan Street, they would have left a notice in his mailbox
In the
with his
mailbox.
mail saying he had a certified letter that he needed to come sign for.
And once that disappears, then they put another one in there
Right,
7 days later.
and they did it 3 times. And they document that.
That's
Did I sign for anything?
No, that's what they're saying.
Exactly.
You never
Exactly,
went
so
to
I
the
never
post
got it,
office and
so I
signed
know-
for your
So I have
certified
no idea what
letter.
it said in it.
Well, I have proof that I sent it and that the post
That's
office tried
fine,
3
you
times.
might have sent it, but I didn't receive it. You got proof that I signed for it? No. So I don't know how I'm liable to pay a bill that I never hired anybody, I was never given, when I say proper notification, I was never given any
Your property didn't meet
notification.
the ordinances.
What's that?
Your property did not meet the ordinances, and it hasn't for the last several years.
So you can just come down?
Correct.
Even Rob Monarch said, the lawn, I mowed most of it Saturday.
But if you do not do it within a certain amount of time,
Well,
and
then I
you do
guess
not
what-
answer the thing, then they can hire,
If
the
it goes, if
city
it
can
goes any
hire somebody
further,
to
we'll
come
go
in and do
to, I'll
it.
take it to court. We'll go to
That's your
court over it.
choice, but-
Definitely is, but like she don't care, it's taxpayers'
And
money,
what
so.
I'm saying is this is not a one-time off, this is every year.
And
every year,
And
Mark.
every year, you're supposed to give a certified
Everybody in
letter.
this town and everybody here has
Every-
to cut their
every
grass
year-
and take care of their property.
I go around town, Mike. I
You
can
know,
look
it's-
outside my house.
And then if they
city-
get
and
turned in,
city
they do not do their
property,
stuff, you have to take care of your property. That is your responsibility for.
But there's city property that
If
ain't
you
even
do not cut your
maintained.
grass, you do not take care of your property, then at a certain point in time, the city steps in and then you get billed.
I understand that. But
So
I'm
here
supposed
we
to be,
are
I'm
again
supposed to
this
be
year,
notified.
just like last year and the year before. Ever since
I
I've been
haven't-
on council, this has
This is the
been
first time I've
every
been here in
single
10
summer
years,
since I've been
probably.
here.
This is probably the first
Every
year I've been on a
single-
council meeting in 10 years.
No,
I haven't been on a council meeting in probably 10 years.
no. We go through this, Marty. And you know, you don't want it to happen next year, just make sure this doesn't do it again. It's that easy.
Yeah, that's-
We all get pictures every year.
Well, I know who's the picture, who's sending me the pictures.
Well,
know.
I mean, they're sitting
And-
there, and
they're the
we all
same-
get to see
They're the
it.
same person that's got dead trees on their property right now. Have you done anything to them?
Marty,
And
nobody's
I- and I-
asking
and
you
I
to
even
do a
asked-
lot.
and I even
Everybody's just
asked-
asking you to take
and
care
I
of
even
it. That's it.
Told
That's it.
Deanna 3.5 weeks ago, I bet she hasn't acted on it.
I'm just telling you right now, this is where we're at.
So even though I didn't get a certified letter,
You did get a certified letter. The post office put it in your mailbox. Whether you chose to
Okay,
pick
what
it
did
up
it
or
say?
not,
What did
whether
it
you
say?
chose to go and sign
What
for
did
it
it
or not,
say?
the thing told you that you had a thing for a certified
what
letter
did it
to go to
say?
the post office.
And what did I say? I said I didn't get anything, right?
That's right.
So
But they
have
put
you-
it in your box.
So have you got it since 2015, 2018, 2019, 2020?
What is this?
2000 This is every time we send a letter to you
Okay,
about your
I'm supposed to
property.
get one every year.
I mean,
You have to get one every year.
well, Marty, you could probably lie to everybody that say you don't get it if you get it in your mailbox, but you,
If
are
I-
you
if
saying
I-
the
if I
post,
sign
are
for
you
the
saying the post
certified
office
letter-
guy, are you saying the post office guy's not dropping that off of your mailbox?
I have no idea.
So would it be better that we just have Fred come out to work and
Yes.
give it to you every time?
Yes.
So we can do that too.
Yes,
I
that would be
mean,
better.
But
That way you
my
know
other
I have
question
it.
is, why can't you just cut your grass? Why can't you just cut your grass? Is it a chore? Hire somebody out to do it then.
It is a chore.
Then hire somebody out to do it then. There's people in town that does it all the
The
time.
problem about this last thing, I cut most of it, the worst stuff, Saturday.
Well,
Rob Monarch
we're
even
in
said-
July. We're in July, Marty.
Saturday before it was mowed.
We're in July. We're talking about May when we send this letter out.
Okay, you get the bill yet for it? Or will I receive the bill? Or does the city get it?
I'm sorry?
We get the bill.
Yeah,
and
we
I
got
guess-
the bill, and then we turn around and send it to you, is how it works.
Okay, well, once I get it, then I guess I'll file for court proceedings, I guess.
I guess
How it
that
is?
is, you're right.
Yep.
Definitely is, because you're going against your own ordinances.
No.
When the ordinance says, I got 14 days from receipt of the certified letter.
May 19th, we sent it this
Doesn't
year.
say that.
May
When-
19th.
When did I sign for it, Chad?
Well, you did, Marty, but.
Exactly, I
but
didn't sign
Are you getting your
for it.
mail every day? May 19th, so when's the last time you picked your mail up? You're telling me the post office is not dropping that off at your house?
You can ask.
Who's the guy that's doing it?
You can ask whoever the new
we'll stop- yeah, we'll have-
whoever the new postmaster is, that I've been up there a couple times complaining that I'm not getting my mail, I get other people's mail. There's 4 mailboxes sitting right there.
We all got that. I got it up at the end of my street. There's an entire group of them that go together there. We all still get our mail.
Well, apparently I
You aren't
don't.
the only one. It's in every little area around here. We all have our mailboxes grouped together, Mark.
Okay, well, anybody else? Any
You go up
your opinion?
up to Oak Hill, they're all there, but everybody ends up getting their mail.
Marty, May 23rd, May 28th, and June 7th, they all try to put, they put
When
it
did
in
I
your-
sign for the certified
You
letter?
did not sign for it.
Okay, that's all I need
But
to know.
you
But they
can
put it in.
ignore the thing, they put it in your mailbox. So did you just take it out and throw it away?
I didn't get it.
All right.
If you ask me
Okay.
again, I don't know how many more times I gotta say it.
That's fine.
to this day, I still-
think we established where we stand, and you
To this
established
day, I
where you
still don't know
stand,
what the letter said.
so.
I still don't know what it said.
You can hop on down to the mailbox there. and-
Is it still down there?
I would assume they're still sitting there.
I thought you said it got sent back.
Oh,
Or
we
did
got
they
it, we
get-
got
you
it
got it
back.
back, okay.
Yeah, after
We
three
have it.
tries, they give it back to us.
Okay, well, I guess we'll be going to court over it.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, number 8, consideration to approve resolution number 63-26, a resolution approving payment to the Joint County Emergency Response Team for fiscal year 27. Is there any questions? If none, I need a motion.
I make a motion.
Motion by Gale,
Second.
second by Weber. Roll call.
Hush,
Aye.
Gale,
Aye.
Delaney,
Aye.
Raker,
Aye.
Weber.
Number 9, consideration to approve resolution number 61-26, a resolution approving the final payment in the amount of $40,000 to 3B Properties LLC from the Community Catalyst Remediation Grant Program. Any questions?
I just want to make sure everybody realizes that was a state grant of $100,000 for their Catalyst program. And basically, we're just an intermediary between the state and the 3B Properties.
Is the property 100% done?
Yes.
Unlike some in town that still aren't done.
I need a motion.
I'll make a motion to.
Motion by
approve.
Hush,
Second.
second by Raker. Roll call.
Gale,
Aye.
Delaney,
Aye.
Raker,
Aye.
Weber,
Aye.
Hush.
Aye.
Number 10, consideration to approve resolution number 62-26, a resolution approving fiscal year 27 social service agreements between the City of Cascade, Iowa, and 11 nonprofit organizations receiving public funding. Any questions? If none, I need a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Weber,
I'll second it.
second by Gale. Roll call.
Delaney,
Aye.
Raker,
Aye.
Weber,
Aye.
Hush,
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Number 11, consideration to approve resolution number 64-26, a resolution approving a quote from Kleesner Construction Incorporated for Thomas and DeLong Street drainage for Cascade, Iowa. Is there any questions?
We come speak? Thank you. Alan Nepper, 105 Washington Street, and my brother Gary. And I need to apologize right up front. I'm not going to be near as nice to listen to as Alice Rogers and Katie Napper, so I apologize up front. Pat and I may run neck and neck, but I can't compete. We are concerned about this, this project. And hopefully, and I apologize again for weekend communications to the council members with a whole lot of email stuff and a whole lot of pictures.
That's fine, Al, I didn't receive a single one of them.
I apologize, because in conversations with Deanna, I thought you were a part of the process from the beginning, and I didn't need to bring you up to speed. If you,
But I would like to hear your concerns, like you told everyone else but me. Our engineer designed this. I didn't design this, Al.
Councilman Weber, I never said you designed it.
Well,
I was told that you were a part of the planning process, and I'll get to more of
Okay,
that. I apologize.
Go ahead.
By tomorrow morning, you will have everything that I sent to the other council members, and I apologize one more time. We had asked that this not be on the agenda tonight, and there was a lot of running around. We were not made aware of this until last week, so everything is on a short fuse. We had asked that it not be on the agenda, that it be on the agenda at the end of the month. We weren't able to accomplish that. And also, we had hoped to have a meeting so that the smart people that were a part of the
I
process.
got a question here, Al.
Yes.
How does this affect your property, what we're doing here? It's taking water away from your property. This isn't your property right here. This is a city street. So why do you have?
Thank you, God, we're making progress.
No, this
It's a
intersection.
city street.
This
Thank
intersection
you.
is a city street.
Yes.
Never ever said it wasn't.
Please, I beg you, will the city take back control of the street? You and I are in total agreement.
Right. This section that we're working on here, Al, is our city street. The plan that I got in front of me is our city street. That's why we're doing the improvements to it,
And
to keep water off of your property.
it is gonna push water onto our property.
Okay.
And if you would let me
Okay.
speak,
Okay.
I would get a little deeper into it.
How long's this been going on? 15 years
Man,
plus?
you're
15
asking
years
all the,
plus?
you're asking all the right questions.
15 years plus.
Deanna has used a wonderful term several times in our communication, and I totally agree. It's time for a permanent solution. This is a Band-Aid that the city is going to waste money on.
So we should find a different engineer then, huh?
It has nothing to do about, I don't even know who this person is.
He's our city engineer,
I don't have his name.
because you don't live in this town.
Good. Gary and I own a warehouse building, a storage building, a loading dock, and we own commercial lots on the entire north side of DeLong Street. And by the way, I've lived almost as long in Cascade as you've been alive. So
I don't think so.
I and Gary have an interest in
I don't
this.
think so.
And I would like it if you would please listen. So, we asked that it not be on the agenda, and of even more concern, we'll accept what happens tonight. I found out late that a meeting was held on site on the property. And after we asked for a meeting was held on site. We can speculate who was there. We were not invited to that. That would have been so productive if we could have literally stood on the street and stood on our property and actually talked for a permanent solution. Councilman Weber's asking all the right questions. This has been going on for a long time.
Because I'm on the Streets and Alley Committee, and I was at the meeting. It wasn't a meeting, we were discussing this. The engineer, Phil Gale, and Ben Frazier.
Finally, I got some names. We're making progress.
So do you want me to call you every time we do something in the city? Is that what
Absolutely
you're
not.
looking for here?
Absolutely not. I would like open communication. We've asked that,
Your brother's the mayor.
so I'll go a little further. Explain the exact legal criteria that is in place for Gary and I to deal with our brother, who is the mayor, and be very specific. I ain't stepping into that hole, and thank you for the invitation. But if you would again listen to what I have to say, we could make some progress. A good, nice attempt to suck me into that mud hole, I ain't going. Now, and again, we have some names, that's great. This is a Band-Aid that's gonna waste city money. There's already, November 2023, there was a proposal. It's better than this one because it runs curb and gutter much further, and it's the beginning of a good solution. And and I apologize, I don't know if you were able to find that or not. Great drawing, and I've got copies if we need them. The problem is not drainage. The problem is how the street has been abused since about 2008. I had a folder this freaking big. I'm not bringing that in here anymore because I can't carry it. We need a permanent solution. The issue is the grade of DeLong Street, how the city has totally ignored maintaining or keeping control of the street. They have ceded total control of the street to Delaney Auto and Ag, and I have file folders 5 inches thick of that. We beg the city to take back control of the street, and then we can work on a permanent solution that actually will work for everybody on that corner. There's asphalt been installed up there continually with the approval of the city, or the city not noticing it until it's too late. And everybody says, well, what about the drainage? Well, if the rain hits asphalt when an entire corner is asphalted, the only place to go is toward our property. Now, again, I sent stuff to Deanna. I've got pictures. We've got pictures of a temporary patch that was put in the street about 20 to 25 feet long, which literally routes water. Ooh, I'd like to be there right now instead. And I don't know, Deanna, if you want to take time to go through all of this, but there is an asphalt patch that was installed on DeLong, which routes water to the northwest directly toward our property. There, since you've got that up there, let's just hold that thought so that we don't spend a lot of time. I came back to do some work with Gary. I took that picture. There were 13 cars lined up in a row. All you can see is the red Camaro right now, but if you go down from there, there's 13 cars lined up, totally blocking, there you go, totally blocking the access to our property. And there is a white Dodge pickup truck with a gooseneck trailer perfectly circled on DeLong so that we cannot drive from our property up to that point on DeLong Street. 13 vehicles tucked right against our silt socks, our property markers, and everything else. Will the city please take back control of that street? Now, but I'll ask there's the patch. The city installed that patch going northwest. It's a little over 20 feet long. I finally got a chance to measure it, routing water at an angle toward our property line.
The city did not install that patch.
I didn't hear you.
The city did not install that patch.
You are asking all the right questions. Who did?
I don't know, but I know the city didn't.
So the city, once again, is allowing asphalt patches to be put on the street, and nobody knows. We don't know. We don't know.
That is a right-of-way to a street there. That is not, the street I'm talking about is DeLong and Thomas.
I think the patch, and I'm not near as smart as you are on this stuff, but I think the patch is probably, and you can see the washout here, and then you can see where, I'll throw this out, somebody worked hard with some sort of a piece of equipment to level that area of DeLong and pack it and level it and pack it and level it. Was that the city?
No.
Who was it? Oh, and you're gonna make me go fast, Deanna. I got a call, and Gary knew I was on the computer. He wasn't. He was up trying to work. He said, there's people with shovels up digging on DeLong Street. They're digging a trench. They weren't using that. They just went to shovel. There, they dug a trench from the orange cone at Delaney Auto and Ag right to our property line. You can see to the left there, there's a steel fence post that was hit and laid over at a 90-degree angle. So, and God bless Deanna and God bless Fred. Neither one of them should have to do this. Within 5 minutes, Deanna was back on the phone. She said, we're sending someone up to look at it, and it stopped immediately. Let me say, that is not Deanna's job to be taking those calls on a Friday afternoon. Because I said, hey, what's the city doing on the street? She said, it's Friday afternoon, our city guys are gone. So, and God bless them. Guys digging with shovels, a complete trench across, and that's not just the right-of-way at Thomas, Councilman Weber. That's in the middle of the freaking street. It got stopped within 10 minutes. That's not law enforcement's job, and that's not Deanna's job. That is a waste of their time.
But you want me to tell you what happened there? Years ago, when that building was built, that pipe was put in, it always come out the side, right here, it always drained out. There's concrete around it. When Danny Conrad built this building, that's where it came out. When they lost their building and rebuilt their building, it got covered up. They dug from here to here, and once all that insulation and stuff came out, Al, what way does water run? Uphill or downhill?
Seems to be coming down to us, but I'm
It
open to a
runs
lesson.
downhill. So they dug right to here. They did not dig all the way to your property line. Did you see them dig all the way to the property line?
Yeah.
I don't think so, because I was up there right after it happened.
I saw them working right next to our silt side.
Yeah, who's silt sock? I think the city put that in years
No,
ago.
they tore us, the cities out, that is what we put in.
Yeah, they tore the one out that you installed.
I've got pictures of them tearing out the city silt side.
Yeah. Now, this could
You said it
go,
was your silt sock.
The one that's in there now is ours.
we have purchased it, and we bought multiple silt socks.
So what we're trying to do here, you guys, is divert that water that comes around
And
the
it
front of
will
that
not work. It's a Band-Aid and it wastes money.
building. Al, you want me to show you where the water goes? I have it right here.
We live with where the water goes.
Gary does.
Will, and again, thank you, and Councilman Weber, because you nailed it. That building by Dan Conrad was built at the wrong elevation, and he just told the city to do this when the building was built. And now it's asphalted, and you can see.
Why is it at the wrong elevation? What, you supposed to have it lower than the road?
That's history. But thank you for bringing up Dan Conrad. And if you'll look, the city then went ahead and I literally was on my way to the meeting a couple of years ago. I get a phone call, hey, we're going to let Delaney Auto and Ag add an asphalt patch because that's just a nice thing to do. We're heading to where there will be nothing but asphalt, and it's got nowhere to go except toward us. So anyway, I had a bunch of other stuff here, and the good news is that my cancer drugs are kicking my butt and my feet go numb, and so before I fall down, I guess I'll just say again, Thanks for listening. I thank you to all the council members for going through all the weekend crap that I sent you. Just a quick show of hands, who was able to go up there and take a look? Thank you.
I live there.
Oh, okay.
You're right.
Thank you. Two things. If you looked at that row of vehicles, some of the lots there, probably to Councilman Weber's point.
This one?
Yes, thank you. We have talked to 2 or 3 contractors, small guys, and we like local, and we like that work. If you had a dump truck of black dirt, and we paid you to bring it in, where would you bring it? How would you access our property?
Across the easement.
I did not hear you, Councilman.
Across the easement. You have every right to that easement as he does.
How am I gonna bulldoze vehicles? There's 13 of them lined up.
At that point, yeah, there is, yeah. Jump
And-
curb on the other side.
And the end of the city is blocked. There's some other pictures, and it shows an Ag's rollback truck. On another occasion that I came back to work, there was parking spaces going east, but the rollback truck was strategically parked to block the passage on DeLong if we were coming up from our building with our loader tractor or other equipment. And I have to ask, the other picture's better. If there was an emergency that the utility had, if you look at the other picture, they literally put little trailers all around the utility box and then backed the truck up to it. Yeah, and that's stuff, about 75 feet of sand, gravel, and rock coming onto our property.
I'm just trying to find the one you're talking about here. That's all of them I got.
But that's fine. Literally, you'd have to go and ask permission from Delaney Auto and Ag to do some work on the utility box in an emergency. That's not right. We need a permanent solution. We're begging the city to take back control of DeLong Street, and then let's work on a solution. There's a couple of solutions that would work for everybody up there. Us and Delaney Auto and Ag. The grade of what's there now has been artificially raised over the last 10 years. You can put asphalt patches in, you can put a wonderfully designed project in, you can put curb and gutter in, but it's all being done against an artificial grade that has been constantly raised to make water run to our property. So, we asked the question, how would you even access it if you wanted to do work for us? Secondly, and lastly, good news. If you were to take giant files of stuff that I've got, and you were to call up Dallas Lynch in Cedar Rapids and say, we got this stuff and we got these guys that are coming and bitching all the time, would there be a solution that would work for everybody on this before this goes wrong? What advice would they give you? Would they say, shit, fight those guys, their 2 Social Security checks, they'll be out of money in 6 months. The city's got unlimited resources to fight citizens. What would they say if they saw all this? And again, thank you, Councilman Weber. It's interesting because I went back and looked at notes after Gary and I bought the lots, and then right away we had to pay big bucks to stub in sewer, water, et cetera, and then we were assessed curb, gutter, and everything. And it was interesting, and you mentioned Jerry Otting several times we bought the property from. But the other people that are in my notes from those 2 meetings are Jerry Otting and your father, Flute Weber, and both of them were saying, you are putting the elevation at Thomas and DeLong at the wrong level. And I've got notes from both of those meetings. He was a good, smart man, and he knew it at the time. Thanks, damn it, if my
That-
legs work, I can
Hey,
get back to them.
Hey, Al, back to this. What, the place you're talking about, that is platted a street. That is not a street right now. The streets are everything that's paved. Just so you know that.
So that's free
That's a
range.
platted street.
That's
Just
free
no different
range.
than the one that goes all over the industrial park. They're all platted.
So what's the rules for a platted street?
I don't know. And what's, the mayor, what's the rules for a platted street?
I mean, you still.
Platted street is probably.
So is it fair game?
It's city property either.
Because we're running out, I interrupted you and I apologize.
It is city property either way. It doesn't matter if it's plotted or is actually paved, it is city
City
property. Yeah, it-
Because in the
city-owned.
fall, we're gonna have potentially.
I can answer some of your questions.
Jesus. Don't do that to me again, I'll fall down. In the fall, we're running out of storage space. We're looking at semi-trailers, we're looking at steel cargo containers.
Yeah.
And it'll be a good place for us to have access to put them in that parking area. I appreciate everybody listening, I'm hard to listen to, but I'm going, ooh, that's scary stuff.
Your question about the asphalt in the corner, I went up and talked to him. You had sent an email, I think. That was put in because when the water hit that corner off the asphalt, it was making a big hole. And kids, some little girl on her bike hit it. So you filled that in with asphalt. It's, there, you can see where the hole was there, and it's making a new one at the end of what's there now. So there was a safety reason for the kids from the apartments there, was why you put that in there. They were still directing the water, appeared to still be directing the water in the same direction. The gravel there, Delaney put that in. As far as what Councilman Weber said, it's not a street yet, it's a right-of-way. City parking ordinances discuss parking on streets. So parking parallel, parking in any way, it talks about parking on the street. That's how it regulates it. It's not a street yet. So you're right, there's a question of how we go about that. That's something they can look at as a council. Like the alley behind my house is, I don't know, 10 feet wide maybe. It's a 20-foot right-of-way. So for the most part, in every small town, if it's not a developed portion of the right-of-way, whoever has that house has free reign on it, to mow it, to whatever kind of thing. My kids play on the grass that's the city right-of-way, it's only about a foot of it on my side, but the neighbor's kids play on the other side. Kind of a thing. So if the parking thing is a separate issue, but that's something they could look at if you wanted to, but. Anything else? Forget.
I love information. Thank you, thank you.
Fair enough.
No, I do appreciate that. That explains some stuff, thank you.
Is it possible that we do get all the interested bodies up there in one time and talk this over? Is it possible that we could get all the interested parties together?
I would love that, Bill. I would love it. With a couple days' notice, I would love to do that. Get cool heads, talking to other cool heads, standing there, and I think we could probably accomplish stuff. There are solutions for up there. Solution 1, solution 2, solution 3.
Al, have you seen this one? Have you seen this plan that our engineer has showed you?
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Why don't you think it will work?
Because the curb and gutter, I'm not giving you, yeah, there, I mean, you're much smarter than I am.
Yes, this is what and this stuff, I've done it for all my life.
Yeah, as I said.
So this
you're much
gutter is
smarter
being
than I am.
removed and raised. This is gonna be the water flow. Right now, the water comes like this, from in front of Delaney's, down here, and comes over here. This is where your asphalt patch is, somewhere in this area. It's coming like this, it's going down to your property, water runs downhill. And then it's hitting the sods, which is making everything worse, because instead of the water spreading out here and going downhill, it is being channeled along these socks, and it comes down here where the gravel washes out. So now is what the engineer said, let's make this trough build this up, this, again, being removed, raised up, replaced. This is gonna, water direction, that way, that way. Everything is going down down Thomas, not going over here anymore. I would say 80 to 90% of the water comes around this corner. This tube over here is gonna be directed that way. That's on Delaney's, but this is what this is the city street I was talking about, Al, when I first started, not this. This right here is the city's responsibility.
I find it interesting, you just pointed to Long Street and called it Delaney's. That's kind of what I
I
was trying
said,
to get across.
this is Delaney's water issue with their pipe. I said DeLong.
Al, could it be possible that instead of this being considered a Band-Aid, in your opinion, that this maybe could be a first step in the right direction as we look into and address other issues that are on there? Because I know a little bit about grade work, not as much as Mark, but I have been up there, and this seems to make sense that that would start diverting water. This part of your problem should be a solution. Now, obviously, there's more conversations about the parking and how things work down there, but this could be a step in the right direction and not necessarily a Band-Aid.
Okay. Mark, maybe you want to sit back down while he's, we allowed you to have fun.
This is gonna address drainage from Thomas Street and a small portion of DeLong. All this area of DeLong still slopes toward our property.
Yeah, no, but majority of the water, Gary, comes from this street right here, comes down here, comes around the corner. I have a video.
Up by your place, doesn't it?
Yeah, this water.
Yeah, you're right
It's
up.
gonna have to go down there. It has to go down there. Water don't run uphill.
I know, it can be directed toward the continuation of the DeLong right of way.
With curb and gutter? But the
Preferably.
street's not open. You want it open?
Maybe.
Do you want it open?
We
Do you
would
want to pay
like,
the assessment to
we
open
would
it?
like a discussion of the issue. Stop badgering.
No, I am not.
We would like a discussion. That's what we are asking for. Stop the badger. Now, let me get back to a good question that was raised by Jamie. Very good points. In 2023, there was another run at this that included a much longer curb and gutter piece going west, far superior to this plan. My question is, why did that get abandoned, which was much better plan, and this, I'll say, mini version put in? Why don't we address everything at once? Street opening, street closing, why don't we have a reasoned discussion? I appreciate your question. And I would hope everybody would get a chance to look at the printout that Deanna will have of the 2023 council discussion. Great ideas. Let's get back to talking about solution 1, solution 2, solution 3. We'd love to be a part of it.
Where did they go? What happened there? Why didn't it keep going?
I guess you're asking.
I wasn't on the council. I'm asking.
questions.
I'm not sure where that.
Steve, I mean, Bill, we weren't on it, Al.
Then let's talk about it. Put the things in front of us.
The city has been, our city streets guy said he's been dealing with this for 15 years. Let's get it. So this is our solution to starting to get it fixed.
And with all due respect, the city and streets guy, when was the last time that whoever the city and streets guy is was literally on the long street in that area to take a look at the constant skid loader rodeo that goes on there every week?
Okay, let's move on.
Let's
Thank you, and I
schedule a
appreciate
meeting.
everybody's attention.
And if
You're
you, Alan, can you send me that plans that you have for, that you talked about in '23?
Yeah,
'Cause-
actually, I got a copy of the truck.
Okay,
I'll bring it
perfect.
in to you.
Awesome, thank you.
Even if you did the whole street, that still has to happen that way.
Yes.
I just wanna make sure, like,
No, and I-
from, I mean, because I look at it too, when it's raining, but like, if you don't put that grade out the way it is, and you put curb all the way down, all that water does come from his parking lot in that section of that street. And if that grade like that isn't like that, whether there's curb and gutter there or not, it's gonna, if that isn't there, it's gonna hit the curb and still go over the curb.
I totally agree, but we're looking at, we didn't cause this problem. The total asphalting of everything around the building.
I get that.
But secondly, the city has gifted Thomas Street south from DeLong Street to Delaney. It's totally hard surface and it's curb and gutter, but nobody wants to talk about that.
I get that too, but that, and like I said, that was, the parking's a separate issue, which we can address. But I just, for sake of what you said about options A, B, C, and D, whether, if this is A, and you wanna do B that goes a little farther, or C, or all the way down, that still has to happen.
But if
Right.
it happens against a grade that is wrong, then you'll be ripping up that asphalt when we finally get the real solution to extend the street from Thomas all the way down to Washington.
No, you won't.
Because nobody,
Is that, I'm not taking a side either way, but that would be done, Mark, wouldn't it, at whatever grade that would need to be there.
So the
if they
grade,
continued street?
if this was ever done going down the long street, it would go from this gutter, continue down. So this will not change.
Right.
so what I'm hearing is, once we put this in, you don't get to talk about the grade of the street. That's wrong. And Councilman Weber just said that. That's what our fear is.
This,
Let's move on. I apologize for being very loud and long-winded to everybody. Thank you.
I would offer that we table this for 2 weeks and see if the parties can't get together. If that wouldn't be possible.
I'd love it.
And we can vote on it in 2 weeks if that's where, if we can untable it at that point. Otherwise, we're,
A good, straightforward, honest discussion. Let us know if at all possible, a day or two ahead of time, and I'll buy the donuts. Let's do it.
yeah, is that something that?
Yeah,
is workable?
absolutely, if that's what.
You want to do a motion to that effect?
I'll make a motion to table this item at this time.
Second?
I'll second it.
Motion by Hush, second by Weber. All in favor?
Aye.
Number 12, consideration to approve resolution number 65-26, a resolution authorizing a facade grant for McAllister Real Estate for 244 First Avenue West in the amount of $11,212.08. Is there any questions on this? If none, I need a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Gale,
Second.
second by
Weber.
Weber. Roll call.
Weber,
Aye.
Hush,
Aye.
Gale,
Aye.
Delaney,
Aye.
Riker.
Aye.
Number 13, reports. Fred?
Just what you have in your packet.
Thanks, Fred.
Thank you. Deanna?
Just a few things. A section of the sidewalk along the Highway 136 project has heaved, and it will be getting replaced when the contractor has time, but it's all under warranty. Just want to give a shout out to Rod Cooey, who does our street signs and other signage in town. He donated a sign that said City of Cascade Maintenance Building. That's on our city shop. The 3rd Avenue Southwest and Hayes Street Southwest project, the start date has been pushed back because they're waiting for manholes, but they're going to start mobilizing this week, and then hopefully next week they'll start more on the project. An update, the food pantry plans to be out of the old library in the next week or so, and they will be letting me know when they are completely out of there. The parking lot at the community park has started, and once the geogrid gets leveled out and everything, the parking lot will get asphalted then. Just a reminder to all of you, Crime Night Out is Tuesday, August 4th at Riverview Park from 6 to 8, and City Council, those of you that are new to City Council, the City Council passes out hot dogs and chips to the public that night. The Highway 136 project has finally been closed out. They were waiting on documents from the contractor, but it has been closed out now, and we should be getting a reimbursement from the state on that yet. Included in your packet that you probably kind of maybe wondered what it was. One council member had asked some questions about this, so I discussed it with Marty, and we provided test results and then both a fall and a spring samples of what he has to test for all. So that's what that stuff was in your packet that maybe you didn't understand what it was. And then some information about data centers. So there's one located in Waukee, Iowa that is on a larger scale, but it's similarly constructed to what possibly will be proposed here. And the address is 2995 West Hickman Road in Waukee. So if anybody wants to go see that, I would encourage them. 2995 West Hickman Road in Waukee. I'm sorry? Hickman Road.
Which I did go down there this weekend and toured, or walked by it, I should say, to listen to the noise so I know what's going on. Dan, I did go down and visit it this weekend, and the noise doesn't appear to be an issue. So it's a 300,000 square foot building with 16 dry coolers outside of it.
Are these 1 floor or 2 floor?
One. Precast building. It's a very, very nice looking building. And there's birds and there's everything flying around it. There's a walking trail right next to it. The highway's right next to it. You hear the highway way more. You do hear a little bit, but not, once you go over the berm, you don't hear anything. And on the other side of the building, there's no noise at all. So that building, this building is being designed basically off that one too. It's the same thing. That's an Apple building down there. Closed loop system, no water, very little noise. Your neighbor's air conditioner is louder than that.
Did it drive their electric rates up any?
I can't answer that.
So many of these things you read in the Telegraph Herald keep talking about at least 25% across the board rates for everybody in the area. Another article in Sunday's paper talks about 25%.
I think.
That's significant.
I think I would talk to somebody that knows more about raising rates in one little area. I don't think they do that. But I'm not 100% sure, so.
The other thing, a huge thank you to everybody that made the 4th of July celebration such a huge success. Everybody worked tirelessly to make that happen, so thanks to everybody that was part of that.
I was wondering on the water analysis, they show what the limits are and whatever, but we don't really, things like nitrates and those type of things, it's just nice to know if we're close to limits, et cetera. It really isn't.
The reason I had asked for that, I had asked Deanna to have a look at that, because I sat on the committee when we were looking at, when we closed down the well over here to take them up here. And back then, ammonia, I do believe, was the bigger concern with the deeper wells that we have up here.
Yeah.
And so I remember then there not being any, what they call pesticide, or basically.
Inorganic.
It was barely showing up at all, even on the tests back then. So that's why I asked Deanna, I said, you know, I just, because I was looking like, you know, are we still in that range? Are we looking in that range? And so they're going through. But as far as I know, it's barely traceable
Yeah.
on any of our tests.
It'd be nice, to know that every year it's getting,
Yeah.
nitrates are getting more.
That's why I
or
asked. Deanna. I
something
said,
of that nature.
Could we get a report on it?
If somehow or another.
I can get
we
a
some
report that
analysis.
shows that as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but isn't it on the water quality report that he puts out every year?
Yeah, I mean, they can look at that too, but that's a huge report. Like, I can have Marty do exactly what he did here, but just for like the nitrates and stuff for the net, I can have that for the next
That way, as
meeting.
people, I know it's been in the news a lot and stuff, people ask, we know, it's been something that we've been looking at and watching, and then go through as far as how clean the water is and what's in the water and stuff like that, so, and that it's.
And if any of the readings are rising or, yeah. Yep. Anything else?
That's all I have.
Okay. I need a motion to adjourn into closed session.
I'll make a motion to close it.
Motion by Gale,
I'll second.
second by Delaney, roll call.
Raker,
Aye.
Weber,
Aye.
Hush,
Aye.
Gale,
Aye.
Delaney.
All right.
I don't have enough for everybody.
Nice move.
Okay.